Hello, children. Welcome to English program on the radio. I am teacher Anna, and I'm going to be with you in today's lesson of English of Primary 5. This is our 6th lesson of Primary 5, and we will be talking about describing uses of physical features. We are going to be talking about describing uses of physical features. Before we do that, let me tell you that you have to stay home, stay safe, wash your hands with water and soap, or sanitize to prevent the spread of coronavirus. And this program is brought to you by Rwanda Education Board in partnership with World Vision Rwanda. Children, please get closer to your radios, tune up, and let us go together in today's lesson. Are you ready? Get your books, get your pens, and come closer to the radio. All right. Well done. Thank you. You can sit down and let us go through what we learned in our previous lesson. Who can remind us what we looked at in our previous lesson? We described the uses of geographical features. We described the uses of geographical features. We looked at geographical features like mountains, rivers and lakes, volcanoes, national parks, and so many others. And we talked about their uses. For example, who can tell us one use of one physical feature that we looked at? Is there anyone who remembers?
Come along and play with us.
Good. We can say lakes and rivers are water resources. Lakes and rivers are water resources. And we all know the use of water to us, to plants, and to animals. Wonderful. We can also say lakes and rivers have got great influence in the quality of life of people, their health, and productivity. Good. We also said these lakes and rivers can also attract tourists. They can also attract tourists. Lakes and rivers can also be homes for animals. Homes for animals. And we also said mountains, volcanoes, and hills are also important. They can also be homes for animals, and they can also attract tourists to our countries. Wonderful. Do you now still remember all that we talked about? Good. As we went through our lesson, there are some vocabulary that we used that I want us to keenly look at in today's lesson. Are you ready, children? With your books, with your pens, and let us first stand up to warm ourselves. Let us stand up to warm ourselves. Wonderful. Are you ready? Good. Let us sing together this song that we sang in our previous lessons. It goes, I love Jesus deep down in my heart. I love Jesus deep down in my heart. Oh, deep, deep, down, down, deep down in my heart. Deep, deep, down, down, deep down in my heart. Oh, I love Jesus deep down in my heart. I love Jesus deep down in my heart. Oh, deep, deep, down, down, deep down in my heart. Deep, deep, down, down, deep down in my heart. Wonderful. Let us sit down, get our pens, get our books, and let us look at some of the vocabulary that we used in our last lesson, and today we want to know the meaning of this vocabulary. Are we ready, children? Good. So we are going to listen and write. I want us to make very good notes that we will refer to when revising, and we can be able to understand them very well. Are you ready? Wonderful. Let us begin with the number one vocabulary. We talked of influence. Influence. I-N-F-L-U-E-N-C-E. Influence. What does this mean? As we are talking about the uses of physical features, we tended to use the word influence. Then put 2 dots. We are going to write down the meaning of the word influence. Influence means the power to affect the way someone or something develops or behaves or thinks. The power to affect the way someone or something develops, behaves, or thinks. Good. Now, can we use this same vocabulary to make a sentence? You are going to write example. Write the word example and underline it. 1. We are going to say lakes and rivers influence the formation of rain. Lakes and rivers influence the formation of rain. Good. Number 2, let us look at the word productivity. Productivity. P-R-O-D-U-C-T-I-V-I-T-Y. Productivity. And productivity means the rate at which goods are produced and the amount produced. The meaning of the word productivity means the rate or the speed at which goods are produced and how much or how many are being produced. Are we together? Good. The example will be lakes and rivers increase on productivity. Lakes and rivers increase on productivity. Vocabulary 3, we talked about tourist. Tourist. T-O-U-R-I-S-T. Tourist. A tourist is someone who is visiting a place for pleasure and that person is on holiday. If you have free time, you can decide to go and visit a place somewhere far away or even far place in our country there. So that one, we call that person a tourist. An example we can give is physical features attract tourists. Physical features attract tourists. Another vocabulary we talked about pollution. 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 This means the process of making air, water, or soil dangerously dirty. And it is not suitable for people to use. Pollution. This means the process of making air, water, or soil dangerously dirty. And it is not suitable for people to use. For example, what pollutes air? What can pollute our water? What can pollute the soil? Once they are polluted, it means they cannot be used by people. An example we can use is old and poor maintained cars pollute the air. Old and poor maintained cars can pollute our air.
Come along and play with us.
We looked at another vocabulary, global warming. Global warming. Global, global. Warming. 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 So the word is global warming. This means the general increase in world temperatures caused by increased amounts of carbon dioxide around the earth. Increased amount of carbon dioxide around the earth. Children, we all know that the air we breathe in is called oxygen and the air we breathe out is called carbon dioxide. So when it becomes too much in the air and the temperatures increase, it causes global warming. Another one we used was horizon. Horizon, Horizon. This is a line far away where the land or sea seems to meet the sky. Another one was habitat. Habitat. We said this is a natural home of an animal or a plant. Another word was currency. 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 This is a type of money that a country uses. Now, children, do you know our Rwandan currency? How do we call our Rwandan currency? Do we use dollars? Do we use pounds? We use them, but our own currency, our own country currency, it is Rwandan francs. Then we also looked at native. what is the meaning of the word native. I'm going to give you an example, and from the example you can understand the meaning of the word native. Your native country or town is a place where you were born. A place where you are born is called a native country. So in this case, our native country is Rwanda. Our native country is Rwanda. Are we together, children? Good. Now I know that you can be able to do the homework that I gave you in our last lesson, using the vocabulary to make sentences. I want you to do that, and then we shall look at the correction in our next lesson. Thank you for being with me, and thank you, listeners, for tuning in. I have been Teacher Anna, and this lesson was brought to you by Rwanda Education Board in partnership with World Vision. Bye-bye. See you next time.
Goodbye, 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 teacher. Goodbye, children. See you next time. Goodbye, 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 teacher. Goodbye, children. See you next time.